Gymnasium here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, where tonight we have a big-time matchup between two top teams in Class AA and AAA as number 8 Ripley from AAA comes into Chapmanville on this still snowy weather conditions in the area to face off against the Chapmanville Lady Tigers. Chris Kidd with you with James Barker alongside me. And James, this has been a Chapmanville team that's had a little bit of ups and downs throughout this year, though they've started to gain some steam here the last couple of weeks, starting to pick up play, trying to get hot here at the right time. And tonight will be another tough test for them. Played a really tough schedule this year, trying to pick up a big win against a top 10 team that they haven't quite been able to get over the hump against in some of these games this year.
Yeah, Chris, when you look at the Chapmanville Lady Tigers schedule, it has been, they've ran the gambit, so to speak. They've played against a lot of top 5 teams in both AA and AAA this season, and they've yet to really have a signature win. Well, they have a chance to do that tonight against Ripley, who is one of the premier AAA basketball programs in the state of West Virginia. And if they can get a win tonight and start this push for the last 6 weeks toward the sectional and regional tournament, this would be the stepping stone to get them toward that.
Yeah, because it felt like that Wyoming East loss a few weeks ago really kind of took something out of them, but now they seem like they've gotten back into the rhythm. Charleston Catholic, big win. Scott, big wins. Now looking to pick up another one here tonight. Well, the national anthem's getting set to be played. James and I will step aside for a break and be back for the tip-off right after this as you are watching Chapmanville Lady Tigers basketball right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank & Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you for tonight's contest between the Chapmanville Lady Tigers and Ripley Lady Vikings, as both teams getting set to be introduced right now here on the floor. And it's also Teacher Appreciation Night here as well, James. So, we've had a lot of the teachers thankfully being able to get out. Again, the weather conditions still not the greatest in the area, but they did have a 2-hour delay here in the Logan County area for tomorrow to try and get some of those roads clear. But it's just nice to be back in the gymnasium after a week off. It's been pretty closed in.
It has definitely been closed in, and it's nice to get some basketball back on the D&D Sports Network. We kind of found a way to get some content to you there on Thursday. The middle school had a basketball game, but I know that they've had a couple games on the D&D Sports Network tonight in Kentucky, and we bring you this girls basketball game. Happy to do that for you, and it's kind of we're close to normalcy again. I think we're going to get some warmer temps, some rain, so. Of course, that means there could be some flooding, but you just never know. So we're just glad to bring some basketball to you here on the D&D Sports Network.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It was nice having the week off from a teacher standpoint, but after a few days it does start to get pretty old not having a routine, so it was actually nice to get to come back down here tonight. So I was like you, whenever we were kind of watching at the middle of the day, is this going to be on or not today? I was kind of relieved whenever I saw it was going to be on for once. So after a couple of games, we'll probably be like, man, I wish we had a day off again, but this will be fun tonight between these two clubs as you look at the starting lineups. For Ripley, it'll be Morgan Shanklin, followed by Addie Morrison. Then you have Abby Eastman, Aaron Ryan, and Sophia Nichols in the starting lineup for the Lady Vikings. On the other end for Chapmanville, pretty standard operating procedure for the Lady Tigers. It'll be Alara Evans, Jaden Mahone, Haley Fleming, Brooke Christian, and J.C. Blair. And again, this is a Chapmanville club. They've got a lot of players on offense that can score and really hurt you on any given night. And obviously, Alara Evans is usually the target for the defenses of the opposing team. After her, then it gets a little tricky who's going to step up for Chapmanville, but we do know that all these other four, including a couple off the bench, can come in and fill it up for Chapmanville in a hurry.
Yeah, that's the thing about Chapmanville is they could have a different leading scorer outside of Evans every other night. Blair, we've seen her heroics against Logan early in the season. Fleming's the kind of the key cog, though, that makes everything go. She's the point guard. If she is doing things the right way, Coach Gore says that this team has a lot of legs toward Charleston. So Haley Fleming's kind of that quarterback that you want out there on the court. And if she can get things going tonight, the Lady Tigers may be able to come away with a victory.
We're glad you're with us here this evening on the D&D Sports Network as the tip is in the air and controlled by Ripley as they are in the blue uniforms, Chapmanville in the white uniforms. Is up top with it, running the point. Ryan shovels it over. Now they skip it around quickly to the left side to Morrison. Morrison up against man-to-man defense from the Lady Tigers. Back over near side, three on the way. That's an air ball from Nichols. Trying to save it. Going out of bounds was Ryan, but it will be last touched by Ripley.
Yeah, Morrison was the starting point guard in the JV game for the first two quarters for Ripley. So she gets the start here in the varsity game as well.
And you don't see that very often in high school sports on many levels, but again, it must be a developmental issue as well with her being younger as Evans pulls the trigger for three right away and she gets off on the right foot.
Well, you know, if Lara Evans gets going for Chapmanville, they're going to be tough to beat. One of the best players that you'll see this year, and that's an easy steal.
And again, Ryan's pass deflected that time, taken away by Christian. Gets it to Fleming, now to Mahone. She'll drive in right side, gets the baseline all the way in, and she'll lay it in freely.
That's a great start for Chapmanville. Start the game on a 5-0 run, and Ripley quickly with the 30-second timeout.
So 7:01 to go here in the first quarter with Ripley trailing 5-0. So we'll keep things here for the time being. Again, quick timeout, but again, you saw Evans get free right away, James, on the three-pointer, and that's something that she has started to do so well here in the last couple of years, that outside shot, because we see how she's able to bully her way inside with that strength and power she has, as well as a good handle. Now she's stepping out, knocking down these mid-range, deep-range jumpers. It makes her so much harder to defend.
Yeah, when she can play that outside game as well as the inside game that she has, she makes it very difficult to defend. And right now, Chapmanville, really a really good start for them. Not only do you get Evans to hit one from the outside, you get Mahone to take one to the basket, and her not being shy on the offensive end is a good thing for Chapmanville as well.
Yeah, Mahone, she's really stepped up as a second leading scorer and even a leading scorer in some of these games this year. So getting those two their first bucket right off the bat definitely gives this Tiger team a strong position to begin this game with, and it might increase here. Blair almost comes up with a steal, but taken back by Ryan, pulls up from the right elbow, and boy, got a friendly bounce there as it died off the back of the rim and fell through.
Yeah, that's one of the shots that I used to make, Chris, all the time. One of those that just dies on the back of the rim and somehow rolls in.
That one thrown away by Chapmanville. Will go back over to Ripley, and honestly, the way I shoot the ball anymore, I'd be happy to take anything. I got an empty gym the other day and put up a shot, and the side of the backboard took a beating. So now Ripley with Ryan running the point, skips it far side. Shanklin back up top. Lost it initially was Eastman, gets it back. Now over to Morrison. It's Chapmanville extending this defense right now. Back up the top, almost stolen away, but Shanklin gets it. Now inside, a look, almost off the hands of Morrison, able to save it, but then throws it away as it'll go into the stands and back over to Chapmanville, so turnovers on both sides. So it'll be Mahone to inbound from the far side. Chapmanville leading at 5-2 here. Nearly 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter. It's Fleming. Again, one of the better distributors in Class AA at the point guard position. Gives it to Christian. Now back over to Evans. Evans tried to work inside, but Morrison able to pick her pocket. Here she comes. She anticipated that spin move well. It's Morrison. Back up top for Nichols. She'll swing it over far side for Shanklin. Good movement over to Ryan. Nice ball fake. Drives baseline. Almost got contact, but nothing called. Knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Chapmanville. So it'll be Ripley ball underneath their own basket.
It's an interesting matchup right now, man-to-man for Ripley on the defensive end. They've got the smaller Morrison on Evans.
Morrison rejected at the rim. Brooke Christian comes in and knocks it away. Now the outlet pass, Blair wasn't looking for it, and now ball being batted around, knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Ripley. And Blair was on her way up the floor that time, just didn't think to look back for the basketball, but it worked out for Chapmanville nonetheless.
And when you look at this matchup, and they've got Morrison, she switched on to Christian, but it's one of those things where if Evans has the size, you may want to send her down and post her up if she gets that matchup instead of her playing out here dribbling 20-some feet away from the basket.
And they may be thinking about trying to use Morrison for speed as well, but there, Christian, she saw the size advantage. She posted up on Morrison and able to draw the foul on her. And again, Morrison saw how quick her hands are, able to get that steal a moment ago, but if Chapmanville's able to get switches onto her down on the low post like that, they'll attack that all night long with their size. Christian, lefty free throw shooter. That one off the back iron, no good. Trying to push this back to a 2-possession lead with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Chapmanville hit on their first 2 field goals, and we've had turnovers on both sides since then. That one got halfway down and popped out, and now a foul on Mahone on the rebound. You see, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's not one of the, that's not a very smart foul right there, Chris. Dead ball, I know you're fighting for the rebound and trying to get an advantage there, but early in the first quarter, you've got a center picking up their first foul. It's just not what you need there for Chapmanville.
Yeah, I was going to say, you see some of the rust on both these teams after being off a week here. Again, it's hard whenever you get into the rhythm of playing 2 or 3 games a week, and there's another case of it as Morrison lost it off her foot, trying to save it. Along the far side was Eastman, and they're going to see that they said Chapmanville rolled out of bounds with it last, it appears. So it'll be Ripley ball, but yeah, so far, again, just some shaky ball handling. Some fouls you hadn't seen in a little bit, and Mahone almost picked up her second right there. Back up top, Ryan will jack up a 3. That one off the mark. Rebound knocked away into the corner. Morrison has it on the left side. She'll bring it back up front. 5-2, Chapmanville leading it. Morrison over to Shanklin on the left side. Shanklin being pressured, had to get rid of it quickly. Now Nichols with it. Good look inside that time. Eastman able to corral it. Turns around at the rim, but left it short. Blair with the rebound. Chapmanville will push the other way. Fleming into the middle. Lobs it inside for Mahone. Takes it in on the right side. Counted, and the foul for Jaden Mahone.
Big basket there for Mahone. Able to get the bucket and draw the foul as well. And, Chris, again, she's got a little bit of a size advantage on the inside right now. I think Coach Gore has kind of found that out, and they have gone to her here.
As Mahone misses on the free throw, so Chapmanville 0 for 3 now from the line here in the first quarter. But Mahone's bucket, her 4th point. And that foul went against Nichols, trying to take the charge. Now she'll drive in herself, gets between 2 defenders. What a take by Nichols as she scores her first bucket.
That was very impressive there, splitting 2 defenders and able to kind of get some English off the backboard and get the roll.
7-4 Chapmanville. Fleming gets the screen up top, tried to go inside, had it tipped by Nichols, but Mahone's able to find it. Out to Evans, she'll take the deep 3, hit 1, this one off the mark. Now go out of bounds over to Ripley.
A little bit of a rust possession there for Chapmanville. Evans, a long 3 there.
Daisy Farley will check into the game for Chapmanville. Mahone will go to the bench. So we have 3:39 to go here in the first quarter. 7-4, Chapmanville leads Ripley. There's Ryan. Swings it over for Eastman, lobs inside, able to find Shanklin, but she can't control it, and Christian gets down to the floor to take it away for Chapmanville. Up ahead to Farley. Again, she's a dangerous outside threat. Back to Fleming. Fleming kicks it out to Christian. Christian drives in, tough angle pass, but able to find Blair on the far side, and she lays it in.
Blair does a really good job finishing around the rim with some awkward angles at times, but she was able to kind of find a way to get it off the glass, and Chapmanville a 5-point lead.
And again, the pass by Christian that time, just an unbelievable look for her. That was a tough angle to find from where she was at. As Nichols trying to fake on Evans. Had a screen set up, but didn't take it. Now she'll swing it over far side. Ryan back up top for Eastman. Now over to Morrison. Again, Chapmanville making it tough to find entry passes right now for Ripley. So making them work primarily from the perimeter. Shanklin, now they do look inside, able to find a cutter, and Christian will draw the foul as she went up tried to go for the block, but caught a piece of the hand.
Good job pick and roll there from the Lady Vikings as they've been trying to set that up all quarter long. They finally got it, and it gets them to the line.
So at the line, it'll be Abby Eastman. First free throw attempts for Ripley. She knocks down the first. As we said, Chapmanville's missed all 3 of their attempts. Ripley hits their first. It really seems like that's going to be the best point of entry for Ripley tonight, is those little pick and rolls. They've done it a couple of times now, but not going to be a whole lot they can do just trying to post Chapmanville up here this evening with Chapmanville's size advantage. The second one rims out for Eastman. Fleming. Pass dangerous, but Mahone grabs it over to Evans. Evans drives in, takes the baseline jumper, and that's all day for Alaire Evans.
Yeah, a little step-in shot there for Alaire Evans. Thought about the 3, stepped in, thought wiser, and shot the 15-footer to give Chapmanville their largest lead at 6.
And honestly, that's sometimes even a harder shot than the 3-point shot right there, as that takes a lot of touch, and Evans has got that, as Nichols can't hit on the 3. And now let's see if we got a foul or a jump ball. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Shanklin, and that'll be Chapmanville ball. So that'll be the 3rd team foul against Ripley this quarter, 2 against Chapmanville.
I'll tell you what, right now Ripley has come really close to stealing the last 2 kind of entries into this Chapmanville offense. They've had some really good pressure out by the wings. We'll see if Chapmanville can adjust.
Fleming over to her right, picks up her dribble, now looking for help, still looking for help. Finally, Farley able to free herself. Farley back to the top of the key. She'll reset as she takes some cues from Coach Gore. And Fleming with the ball back in her hands. Fleming going up against Eastman. Screen at the top of the key. Gives it over for Farley. Again, they're playing out on her, trying to prevent her from getting going from the perimeter. Mahone and Farley collide. Now back over to Fleming. So again, now Ripley starting to extend their defense a little bit more here.
This is what I always like to call this northern basketball, Chris, especially with girls basketball. You're going to get long possessions where teams try to take care of the basketball, and teams that can't take care of the basketball will struggle.
Now Evans got free for a moment, gives it back out to Fleming. Fleming gets caught inside, nearly traveled, but got it to Farley at the last moment. Farley drives in, and now it is taken away. A good defensive possession for Ripley that time, and it really is a contrast in styles between Southern and Northern basketball in this state, as Nichols came driving in, lost out of control, but last touch by Chapmanville. But you do see more run and gun in the southern part of the state, and you do see more slow it down possession-oriented basketball in the northern part of the state.
You do, and what I mean by that, and it's not a knock on Northern basketball,
Absolutely
it's just, they just play really good defense, and they make you beat them on screens and backdoor cuts and things like that nature. So it's difficult to try to get into your offensive set sometimes because they overplay passing lanes and they have really good help defense. So, we've seen it year in, year out at the state basketball tournament, Chris, and right now Ripley's putting on a display with their defense right now.
And there's a nice post up by Evans, able to draw the foul. That'll send her to the free throw line. That's going to be the second on Nichols. So that's a big call there with 32 seconds left in the quarter. But, yeah, we got a good sense of that with like Williamstown against Logan in the boys tournament, the Willie Acres Classic a couple of weeks ago. A lot of slow down basketball on that, even some of the girls games from up north like that. So I'm like you, it's definitely not a knock at all. I said whatever gets the job done at the end of the day gets the job done, but it is interesting to see the contrast in styles from one part of the state to the other. As Evans able to hit both free throws. She's got 7 here in the first quarter. And Chapmanville leads it now 13-5. So those are the first free throws to go down here in the opening period for the Tigers. Now Ripley.
Little triangle set here, Chris, to try to run some time off the clock.
Ryan found a crease and then rejected by Mahone. What a block by her. So Chapmanville, chance for 2 for 1 here as they've got the possession here to start the second as well. Mahone gets all the way in, out to Evans. Good look for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Farley, though, with the rebound. 2 seconds left. Fleming will step into one. That went off the front iron, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action. But a good first 8 minutes for the Lady Tigers as they take a 13-5 lead into quarter number 2. We'll be back after this as you are watching Ripley and Chapmanville girls basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food, and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, Go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
13-5, Chapmanville leads Ripley here on this chilly Monday evening. I'm going to see we've lost track of days now, James.
Yes, we have.
Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you as Chapmanville with a strong first quarter. Alara Evans, 7 of Chapmanville's 13 points. And, Chapmanville, you can tell they've got more firepower here against Ripley, but Ripley's got to find a way to slow this game down even more so than what they have here in the early going. Chapmanville's been able to get out and run a lot more than what Ripley maybe wants to, but if Chapmanville keeps increasing this lead, it's going to make the evening really difficult on the Lady Vikings as Christian takes it on the left baseline and she hits, and that's going to make life even harder as this lead has swelled to 10.
Yeah, that ball just rolled right to Brooke Christian, and she was able to pick it up, find some rhythm and some spot up on the baseline and make a good play.
Yeah, because it's really going to take Ripley out of the type of game they want to play if they fall much further behind. It's up top, Ryan dribbles in right side, lost her footing, and that'll be a travel on her. That's a good job by Fleming kind of pulling the chair out from under her that time to get that extra step on her.
Yeah, it's a really smart defensive play from Fleming. As you mentioned, Chris, she was able to just kind of back up, and she was expecting contact, didn't get it, and sometimes that can cause that travel, and it did there.
Now Chapmanville with a double-digit lead, looking to increase it on this trip. Gets it over to Evans, spins at the free throw line, tried to keep that pivot foot, but she'll be called for a travel. So again, Evans does have great pivot moves down low. She keeps that pivot foot very well in order to get those up and under moves. Just that time she slid it a little bit as she was trying to take that big jump step to the rim. As Ryan will bring it across midcourt. Swing it over for Shanklin. Now back over to Nichols. Again, this Ripley team, first quarter, only 1 or 2 field goals so far in this game. Yet to get anything to go from the outside. So get into the corner for Shanklin, down low. Nice post up by Eastman, and she'll lay it in.
Yeah, Eastman just shot it over Christian there. It was a good offensive set. Good help defense, though, from the Lady Tigers. A contested shot, but Eastman able to get the bucket to go.
15-7, Chapmanville leads it. Under 6.5 to go before halftime. Fleming patiently brings it over to her right, trying to get it down low to Evans. Was the pass tip? They say no, and that'll go over to Ripley.
Again, Ripley's going to make you play these patient possessions. You're going to have to really work to get shots, and sometimes if you try to speed it up, you can turn the ball over, and it falls right back into their hands, the style of game.
Up top, Eastman. Gives it over to Morris. Now back over to left side for Ryan. And you can see they're waiting for that opportunity on the inside, but Nichols gets a chance for 3 that time. That one on line, but too strong. Now she comes barreling in off the offensive rebound, and she'll draw the foul.
Yeah, we talked with Chris Gore on Thursday about what her team had to do to get better, and one of those things was rebound and box out. And we've seen a few times here tonight, especially on the defensive end, a lot of standing around instead of finding a man, finding a player, and boxing out.
Nichols unlucky on the first attempt as that one rattled in and out on her. As Hannah Miller will check in to give Fleming a breather. Yeah, it comes down to the little things more often than anything in any of these sports. Boxing out, blocking, doing anything in any of these sports, and that's one of the things that I know you preach as a coach. I still preach as a coach in tennis. Always ask, why are we working on this? Why are we doing that? Because fundamentals. That's right. What matters the most.
Yeah, when you're open, you catch a 70-yard bomb from the NFL's MVP. It's just one of those things.
It's weird how that stuff works out at the end of the day. Yeah. So 1 for 2 for Nichols. We won't relive your pain.
Okay.
I've had plenty of it the last 2 years as a Bengals fan too. As Miller got inside, lost control of it, taken away by Ripley. So Ripley on a little bit of a spurt here, but now Miller comes back into the picture, and she's able to pick the pocket of Nichols. Here comes Christian. They don't have the numbers. Christian going to drive in anyway, and she'll be called for the offensive foul.
Absolutely the right call, too. Christian kind of lowered that shoulder, extended the arm, and picked up the foul. And right now the game has turned sloppy. And who does that favor? It favors Ripley, and that's what Chris Gore's got to try to figure out with her club right now. Is when we get these possessions, we've got to find a way to be patient, take care of the basketball, because you were up 15-5 at one point in time, and you had the game what you felt like was in hand, but Ripley's defense has shown back up, and now they've got a chance to cut it to a 2-possession game.
And that time Christian just got a little overzealous too. Again, there's 3 defenders staring at her, and she tried to make something happen. Understandable, but just one of those things, pulling it out might have been the better option, as Ryan had a good drive that time, but just got a little out of control on the way to the rim. And now Chapmanville back the other way. Mahone, again, she's a danger from the outside as well. Gives it back to Fleming. Fleming curls inside over to Blair. Blair now back to Fleming. And almost every player on the floor right now for Chapmanville is a danger from three-point land. It's back over to Mahone. Looks back over to Coach Gore, and they'll reset. And again, I like this a little bit better from Chapmanville. They're not trying to force anything just yet. Fleming finds a little crease into the corner. Now Blair, good look for 3, and there it is. J.C. Blair from downtown.
Excellent job. High ball screen, pick and roll. They went with the help defense. Blair was wide open in the corner, and that was a patient, productive offensive set for Chapmanville.
And we just mentioned it, everyone on the floor, a danger from the outside for Chapmanville. You can set up those shooters like that. That's going to be danger all night for Ripley. It's another turnover by the Lady Vikings. Back to Blair, fakes on a 3, gets a little space, puts up another. That one left short. Good closeout that time by Ripley. And Farley, great job fighting for the offensive rebound. Gets it back to Mahone. Inside, looking now, back up front. Farley fakes on a 3, drives in on Morrison. Now she's trapped, gets it back to Fleming. Fleming back out to Farley. Again, you won't see Fleming shoot a whole lot. Again, she really just looks to distribute. She'll take her chances around the rim a lot, but she doesn't look to take her shot very much, but she can score whenever she looks to.
She can, and what I really like about this offensive set, Chris, is it got a little crazy, but Chapmanville found a way to settle it down. That was a decent look for Blair there, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, she was just a little too far under the rim that time. It worked out exactly the way Chapmanville would have liked it to, but yeah, Blair was just a step too far underneath the basket. So 18-8 Chapmanville, 3:20 to go here in the first half. There's Ryan. Looks for Eastman at the right elbow, back out front for Ryan. As Farley extends her deeper into the corner. Back over for Nichols on the far side. Nichols, nice cut by Eastman, gets inside, and a foul going to be called on Mahone, and that'll be her second.
Yeah, that's the player for Chapmanville that you really feel like can't afford to foul out. She provides that size advantage on the inside and really is your top rebounder as well. And she picks up 2. It's going to make it difficult for Chapmanville this last 3 minutes to see what they decide to do. That kind of moves Alara Evans to the 5.
So Mahone and Blair will both check out as Miller and Christian check in. So you got Christian and Mahone now, both with 2 fouls, and they're going to gamble with Christian with her 2 personals here in the last 3 minutes. As Eastman can't get the second. Good box out by Fleming that time. As Eastman with 4 points, 2 of 4 from the line. Fleming back out to Miller. So a pair of ball handlers on the floor now for the Lady Tigers. Mahone steps inside the arc, looking for someone, finds Christian quickly inside to Farley, but Nichols closed that off fast. Now pass deflected again, forced pass that time, gets deflected away from Fleming. Nichols can't find an opening. Dangerous pass, and they're going to say back court.
She has to establish her possession, her feet inside that half-court line. She never did. She was in the air as she caught the ball. She has to be established in the half-court, and that was the right call.
And you can see Morrison didn't understand. She's like, I caught it over here with my feet down, and you could see the referee saying you hadn't established yourself just yet, so she seemed to understand that after he explained it to her. Now another Ripley turnover gives Chapmanville an opportunity to retake a double-digit lead. Evans takes a 3 straight on. That one misses off to the side, rebounded by Nichols. Nichols will bring it up, has Ryan over in the corner. Now she'll step back for 3, on line, but rattles in and out. Strong rebound by Evans on the back end. Here comes Christian over to Fleming. Fleming over to Evans, gets a better look this time. This one off the line, just off to the right, taken away by Ryan. She'll get it over for Nichols. Pace quickening here as Nichols thought about a transition 3, but pulls up instead.
You can see the discipline from Ripley there to slow the pace back down, try to get a good offensive set here, down 9 with under 2 to go.
It's Nichols on the right side. Gets a screen. Nice curl to the basket by Eastman. They've done that several times this half, but a big miss at the rim that time. That could have been a nice cut into the lead for Ripley and a nice little confidence boost as we close in on the half. Now Farley pulls for 3. That one off the mark, and that'll go out of bounds off of Chapmanville. So the Tigers got a little cold from the outside after the Blair 3 a moment ago.
Yeah, they have, and both teams really have struggled to score here in this second quarter, Chris. Defensively, Ripley has played a lot better, but Chapmanville's had some open looks here in the last 3 trips. They just haven't been able to get them to go.
Now Nichols back up top for Eastman. Swings it over. Nice take here by Morrison. Rejected, but it falls right into Nichols' hands. She misses at the rim, so a pair of missed layups back-to-back for Ripley. Costly here as they trail by 9. Over to Farley. Nice wraparound pass to Christian, and she'll lay it in.
That's a great pass and play from Daisy Farley. Unselfish basketball right there, Chris.
30-second timeout with 1:04 to go in the half. We'll take it as well and be back right after this as you are watching Ripley and Chapmanville Lady basketball action here on D&D Sports Network.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia.
1:04 to go here in the first half. Chapmanville has reclaimed the double-digit lead, their largest lead of the first half. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you. And again, Ripley, a couple of missed chances at the rim there, James. They get those to go. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game, so it feels like it's been a 6-point swing here in the last 45 seconds.
Yeah, Ripley's had their chances to cut into this Chapmanville lead, especially with Chapmanville going cold from the outside. But Lady Tigers' defense has been just as impressive as Ripley's has been.
Down to 50 seconds to go. Now Ryan, 3 on the way, and there's the first outside shot to fall tonight for Ripley. And that was much needed for the Lady Vikings. Trail it by 8 as Farley gets inside, gets it to Evans. Back up top, dangerous pass, but finds Fleming with 35 seconds left. You see Coach Chris Gore kind of giving the work it down signal over on her side, trying to get the final shot of the half here. And they led it by 8 at the end of the first quarter. They'd love to at least take that lead into halftime. As Farley gets to the free throw line, cut off, back out to Fleming with 17 seconds. Over to Farley. Now Fleming will wait here with 12 seconds.
Good patience here. We're at the point now where hopefully you just get one shot.
On the 5, Fleming going to have to look here with 2 seconds. They're going to get a tough shot off, and that's going to be left short. And that'll do it for the first half of action as Chapmanville leads Ripley 20-12 as we go to intermission. James and I will step aside for a break and be back to talk about the first half right after this as you are watching Chapmanville and Ripley girls basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx Sport for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food, and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Del Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Del Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
Stop by McCoy Dental and let our friendly staff take care of all your dental needs. Whether it's crowns, root canals, teeth cleaning, implants, or you're just in need of some light cosmetic work, we have you covered. McCoy Dental, improving our area one smile at a time. McCoy Dental is located at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan, West Virginia.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia. If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Come see us at Trailhead Bar and Grill in Highland, West Virginia, where the locals come to hang out and the trail riders come to visit.
Follow us on Facebook page for our daily specials. We're open 7 days a week here at Trailhead Bar and Grill.
You can give them a call at 681-308-6088. Make sure you follow them on their Facebook page to keep up with all their daily specials and for business and operation hours. Trailhead Bar and Grill, located downtown Matewan, West Virginia.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call, Justin Markham, attorney at law.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you as the Lady Tigers lead the Lady Vikings 20-12 as we get set to start the third quarter. As you look at the scoring in the first half, for Ripley, Aaron Ryan led the way with 5 points, Abby Eastman with 4, Sophia Nichols with 3. For Chapmanville, Lara Evans had 7 points, J.C. Blair with 5, Brooke Christian with 4, and Jaden Mahone with 4. As Chapmanville was 2 of 5 from the line, Ripley 3 of 6. Not a whole lot from the outside. Chapmanville with 2 threes, Ripley with 1 3. But something that both teams really got to improve here in the second half. Figure Ripley, it's finishing around the rim whenever you get those opportunities. And Chapmanville, just continue to stay patient. Wait for your opportunities here.
Yeah, first 4 minutes going to be really important here for both clubs here in the fourth quarter. Can Ripley cut into this lead, and can Chapmanville find a way to keep the lead and extend it a little bit?
Ripley has the ball to start quarter number 3 as Morrison back up top for Eastman, now to Ryan. Ryan with the only three-pointer in the first half for Ripley came on their last bucket of the third quarter or second quarter as Fleming deflects pass out of bounds. It'll stay here with Ripley.
An interesting thing is Ripley really didn't make many halftime adjustments from what it looks like on their offensive set. They're trying to do some pick and rolls, trying to get some good matchups on the inside, and you're going to get I believe a travel there, Chris.
Yeah, Ryan picked up her pivot foot as Mahone did a good job. She shifted where she was standing at the last minute to cut off where Ryan wanted to go and ended up picking up the travel out of her. So Chapmanville will get their first look of the third quarter. And they've led it by double digits on 2 occasions. Largest lead was 11. Nice crossover by Fleming. She'll take a jumper from inside the free throw line, but too strong.
Yeah, I'll take that if I'm Chapmanville. Fleming trying to get her going on the offensive end, shooting that 8-foot jump shot is perfectly fine.
Now Nichols, great take by her on the left side, and she'll get all the way to the rack. And that's the second time tonight we've seen her with a strong take and able to finish at the rim. So the lead down to 6 here. So it's a 5-0 run now for Ripley going back to the end of the first half. Evans, all 7 of her points in the first quarter. Now Mahone going to jack one up from deep on the left side, but that one's short. Rebounded by Christian underneath, trying to get it back to Mahone. Here she drives in, puts up a floater, and Jaden Mahone converts.
Yeah, the first shot wasn't a real good shot selection from Mahone, but she made up for it there after the Christian offensive rebound.
Now she's got 6, and the lead is back up to 8 for Chapmanville. Nichols goes for 3 on the left side. That one off the side of the rim. Tough save for Morrison. And that'll trickle out of bounds back over to the Lady Tigers. As Nichols hasn't been able to convert from the outside yet here tonight. And she's had a couple of good looks, but that one just a little too strong. Now Mahone and Fleming discussing this offensive possession as they come up the floor. Maybe a miscommunication last time on where a screen was supposed to be. So now Mahone tries to roll to the rim, tried to lob it into her. Pass was short, though, and intercepted by Ryan. And you probably feel like Ripley felt something like that was coming after the conversation they were having coming up the floor as Eastman turns in the lane and banks it home.
Well, right now we've played pretty even. Ripley up 2 here in this half as they've cut it to 6. Chapmanville's got to continue to be patient on the offensive end.
Eastman with 6 points now in the game. As Fleming going down here. It looks like she got hit in the head maybe. Just shaken up. It's her and Ryan, I think, bumped into each other. And yeah, it looks like Fleming might be bleeding actually.
She got bumped right in the mouth, it looks like, just a little busted lip. So that's, you hate to say it like this, Chris, but that's a better thing. You didn't see a forehead bump. You didn't see maybe a concussion. You're just seeing something in the mouth or the nose area that's going to allow her to stay in the game.
Okay, maybe she wasn't bleeding after all. It looked as if she was. If she was bleeding, obviously she would have had to have come out of the game. But yeah, you can tell she's definitely very red around her mouth and nose area. But Fleming gives it back to Blair, gives it back to Fleming. Great cut by her and a great finish. What a response by Fleming.
Well, you know, Coach Gore may be onto something there because Fleming came out determined there on that possession.
It's Nichols that hit the top of the basket support, so that basket will be wiped out. And I don't know if Haley Fleming's up for that every game, though, getting knocked in the mouth before each game. But, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you can tell it's still bothering her a little bit, but that was a determined possession for her, a confident possession for her from the point guard position. That's what Coach Gore wants to see from her point guard.
Mahone gets it inside Evans post up. She's got great position, just nowhere to go that time for Shanklin. She was trapped on the low block. And Evans makes her pay and one.
That was a great job of them recognizing, everybody involved recognizing who had the matchup. Evans with a big size advantage and the skill advantage on the inside got it to go.
And you could just tell that Shanklin wanted to be anywhere in the world than where she was there against Alara Evans on that low block that time, as that was just going to be an all-day situation for Evans. Just compounded it, though, with a foul on the back end. And Evans now into double figures with 10 points as the lead back to 11. So Ripley was able to close it to 6 early in this third quarter, and now we get a whistle away from the ball. And maybe Fleming keeps kind of checking around her mouth and nose area. But the officials, I don't know if they're pointing at something on the clock or what here.
Not entirely sure either. They're going to check at the scores table.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. Well, maybe I think the clock didn't start after the made free throw. It was showing 5:08, now it's showing 5:04. So that may have been the issue. There's a nice take here by Ryan, and she'll draw a contact, and she'll go to the line as Chris Core not happy with the defense that time, as they allowed Ryan to just get inside and then had the reach him foul after that. So Ryan at the charity stripe tonight. First trip for her, and she'll knock down the first. Now her and Eastman, I should say, each with 6 points. Trying to cut this back down to single digits with 5:01 to go here in the third, and Ryan will do so. Now Chapmanville trying to attack quickly here. Fleming drives inside, dishes back to Christian. Great look by her, and Christian finishes.
Another good play from Fleming, pushed the pace up the floor and was able to get rewarded.
Now Nichols on the other end got a good look from the baseline, couldn't convert. Great job by her keeping the possession alive, but Fleming comes out of there with it. Now here's Farley, lost it off her hands but regains it. Chapmanville loses the fast break opportunity, and now Fleming. Good take by her, almost a tough finish at the rim. Mahone can't get the putback. Nice save by Mahone underneath. Trying to go back on the left side, and Jaden Mahone will finish.
Yeah, it was a great job of her recognizing the size advantage after the offensive rebound. I tell you what, Haley Fleming pushing the pace has really been a big difference in this quarter.
A full timeout by Ripley. We'll do the same with 4:23 left in the third as you're watching high school girls basketball action here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're a business looking to bring utilities underground with little impact to the environment, we offer that with horizontal directional drilling. With the ability to steer around underground objects that may be in the way of conventional ditch digging, we offer the different hole sizes to complete any project. Let the professionals at Horizontal Drilling help you today. Give us a call at 304-928-0587.
Unfortunately, water, mold, or fire damage can happen to you. Restoration One of Southern West Virginia is available 24/7 to help take the stress out of your mess. Our primary goal is to respond and restore your property back to normal as quickly and safely as possible. When disaster strikes, Restoration One is your go-to cleanup crew. Save our number now in case you need us later. Whether the job is big or small, give Restoration One a call. 304-443-4959.
31-18, Chapmanville leading it. They've opened up their largest lead of the game here on a 7-0 run. Chris Kidd with you, James Barker alongside me. He's trying to upend number 8 Ripley in Class AAA here tonight as they've led it the entire way. Going inside Ryan, trying to get position. Christian, great job on the block there again. She has those 2 fouls, was able to get away from it and just get her hands on the ball.
Yeah, we've talked at length about Ripley's defense, but Chapmanville's has been pretty good here and there throughout this. They've had a couple breakdowns, but overall they've had a really good defensive performance. But you speak of there, Mahone picks up a foul away from the basket, and that's a big third foul with 4 minutes to go here in the third.
And again, right there, that's the second team foul against Chapmanville, but yeah, more importantly, that's 3 on Mahone. So they go inside to Nichols, again got free at the rim but couldn't finish. Now Evans up ahead to Farley in a foot race. Ryan catching up to her. Farley has to slam on the brakes. Gets it back out to Fleming. Fleming tried to back her way in initially, now gives it back to Mahone. Mahone waits, gives it back to Fleming. Had the baseline open for a moment, now takes it back out over to Farley. Farley, she'll try and take the baseline, puts up a tough shot, can't get it, gets it back though. Pass out front, deflected. Nice job by Shanklin getting her hands on it. Now Nichols up ahead, tough pass, finds Eastman underneath, and she'll lay it in. Great look that time by Nichols, able to find Eastman, and she's got 8 points now.
That's one of those possessions Chapmanville just had, Chris, that you'd like to see them slow things down, be more patient. They had a 13-point lead, didn't have to really force anything there, just like on this one. Don't have to force anything. Take what the defense gives you, run the clock if necessary. It's okay to win 40-30. You don't have to score more points, you just have to score more points than your opponent.
Exactly, and that's why I said you don't coach sometimes the players, you coach the opponent and the style sometimes, even if it's not the type of style you want. As Evans, good look for 3, and she'll knock it down.
You take those shots, open looks, non-contested shots from one of your best sharpshooters on the floor.
Nichols gets the baseline, pull-up floater, that one too strong. Rebound knocked away by Mahone and out of bounds. It'll stay with Ripley, but that's been what's great about Evans tonight. Again, she's been pretty patient on her looks and hasn't really forced it because she's got 13 points, but it's come in little spurts here and there. There's Nichols at the right elbow, looking for an opening on Christian, gives it off to Eastman, rejected again by Christian. Great defense by her on the last couple possessions. As Fleming drives in hard, gives it off for Evans. She'll back out Back into the corner, now down low to Christian. Spins inside, gives it back to Fleming. Had it deflected and knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Ripley.
All right, Chris, I've done some research. Time now for my top 10 girls basketball teams in the state of West Virginia at this time.
Give it to us, James. We got plenty of time.
Well, East Fairmont undefeated at the top of the list along with Wayne. So those will be the 1s and 2s right there. I couldn't pick 1 or 2, but both of them undefeated. Really good basketball programs. So wanted to make sure that, we got some of those lists in here tonight.
Well, it's a shame you didn't wait till 10 seconds left in the game to start giving me that information. It's 34-20. Chapmanville leads Ripley with 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. Sorry, inside joke for everyone out there listening.
Okay.
Inside to Eastman, got free, and boy, she's done that so well here tonight, making herself available, and a good look inside to cut the lead back down to 12. So Eastman into double figures now with 10 points. Farley off to Fleming. Important last 2 minutes of this quarter for both sides. Evans, good spin move inside, and she attacks on the right block again.
Just a great post move. Knew that she had a size advantage, dipped the shoulder, went the other way with it. And you can tell why she's a highly sought-after player this coming collegiate offseason.
And she just puts so many players in the washing machine whenever she gets them down on the low block. There's just so many assortments of moves she can go to. Very Kevin McHale-esque of her as Mahone grabs the rebound. Gets it up to Fleming, now to Evans. One-on-one here with Ryan, cuts into the middle, and that one, tough call against Evans that time.
Yeah, that was a light on the contact, and Chris Gore not happy about the call. She's going to try to stick up for her player a little bit, but that credit Ripley. They did a good job of creating the contact, causing it. Not necessarily sure if that's called in a different style of game, but called here tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't a lot of contact. I mean, it wasn't Caitlin Clark-esque of a flop.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah, that was terrible after that Ohio State game.
But Evans gets some revenge as she intercepts Ryan's pass on the other end. Fleming drives in. Can't finish. Rebounded by Shanklin. But again, credit to Ryan, though. That's really all she could do against Evans on that last possession, and she was able to get the call. As pass gets away and Eastman can't save it. Now go back over to Chapmanville. Yeah, I think Caitlin Clark may be thankful there's a lot of NFL football on this weekend.
Yes, yeah. If you haven't seen it, it's Twitter's probably your X, I guess now. It's the best place to go and see that.
Yeah, I give her a pass on it, though.
I will, too.
As Evans drives in, turn around, and she's fouled. And that'll send her to the free throw line. You can just see she's really attacking that right block right now, getting post-ups on anyone that's around her, and she's going to work on whoever's guarding her.
Well, and credit Christina Gore, too. She has noticed a considerable advantage inside for the Tigers. And, Evans is one of those players who can do it all. She can play inside, she can play outside, and right now she is dominating the block on this Ripley Vikings team.
Evans, 10 points now this quarter for her. Had 7 in the first, 10 in the second, 17 points overall now for the senior. As Chapmanville stretches their lead to 16, the largest it's been all night, as it stood at 8 at halftime. So Chapmanville's doubled it up so far here in the third as a foul underneath against the Lady Tigers, and that'll put Morrison at the free throw line.
And right now what Ripley has done is that's a backdoor cut, and they're doing a really good job. Chapmanville trying to overplay the passing lanes right now. Farley got caught, and there's a little V-cut, backdoor cut. And Morrison right there got fouled.
Yeah, Morrison yet to score here tonight. Won't do so on the first attempt. There's Ripley. Now 5 of 9 from the free throw line here tonight. They need all the help they can get right now. Again, only 1 3-pointer in this game, so that's what's going to make it tough for them to try and make up this difference in the fourth quarter, as she misses on both. Now Evans sees a huge lane to the basket, drives in, nothing that Ryan could do about it that time, and she scores again.
And heady enough to shield the ball with her body as she went by the only defender there, which was Ryan, but excellent job.
Down to 15 seconds left here in the third. It's been all Tigers here the last 5 minutes of this period. It's Ryan back over to Shanklin. Down to 8 seconds left. Eastman Looks inside, nice look, but blocked from behind by Mahone. What a job by her getting her paws on it, and it'll be off of Morrison, or Shanklin rather, just add insult to injury.
Yeah, Jaden did an excellent job. Got beat on the back cut, but found a way to recover.
They get it into Mahone. She'll heave from three-quarter court. That'll be short, but what a third quarter for the Lady Tigers. They flexed their muscles, and they take an 18-point lead into the fourth quarter over number 8 Ripley. We'll be back after this break as you are watching high school girls basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you are ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
Come in from the cold and warm up with your favorite comfort food from Tudor's Biscuit World. Fluffy biscuits smothered with sausage gravy. Homemade blackberry biscuits topped with crunchy granola and icing. Or the new cinnamon caramel apple biscuit. And for a limited time, at participating locations, we're serving our over-the-top chicken pot pie. It's tender chunks of chicken, gravy, and vegetables, over-top mashed potatoes, and our famous made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. At Tudor's, we're serving up comfort food that's ladled with love.
If you're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury, come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you.
Chapmanville with a strong third quarter. They outscore Ripley by 10. And they lead it 40-22 to start the final period. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you, and Fleming got free inside, just a little overeager on the attempt. Rebound taken by Ryan, pass tipped by Mahone, but it gets to Nichols. Nichols looks inside, nice job by Eastman posting up, gives it over and rejected by Farley. How many times have the Lady Tigers done that tonight around the rim? Again, so many blocks on these drives by Ripley as Mahone has it knocked away inside by Shanklin. Nice job by her, able to get that out of trouble. There's Ryan up ahead. Nichols gets behind the defense, fakes on the way up, and she'll lay it in.
Good job there on the pass up ahead. Ripley trying to gain some momentum here in this fourth quarter. And if you're Ripley, game's not out of reach. You're just going to have to change the pace of play a little bit.
Yeah, they're just going to have to get hot in a hurry here and start hoping Chapmanville gets very sloppy with the basketball.
This is a good start. Good possession so far of Christian Walk, though, and she kept dragging that foot.
Yeah, but I'm like you. Chapmanville doesn't have to get into any sort of a hurry whatsoever here in the fourth. They haven't reset the team fouls yet on the scoreboard, so that'll be something that they'll need to do as this period gets started. As it looks like Christian had her ankle brace come loose. So see, she can use that as the excuse. That's why I walk, Coach.
That's exactly.
So Ryan will bring it across the timeline. A minute already gone here in the fourth quarter. And again, only one three-pointer on the evening for Ripley. They're going to have to find a few of those here in the fourth. It's Morrison back out to Nichols. Could this be the time for it? In and out, no good. And she's had that happen a couple times tonight. As Farley grabs the rebound, races across midcourt. Over to Mahone. And like we said, Chapmanville doesn't have to get into any sort of a hurry here. It's Mahone over to Farley. Trying to bring it out. Nichols got her hands on it, and now Farley goes diving over top of her to try and get it. Ryan grabs the rebound, and we get a foul here on Ripley on the back end of it. That's going to go against Nichols for grabbing Farley.
Nichols is not happy about that call as official Charlie Short going to talk to Ripley's head coach, and Nichols a discussion with her about it.
They still haven't reset the team fouls. They just gave Ripley their third, so that's actually their first here of the fourth quarter. I think they're on the verge of fixing that now, and they have. Pass over to Mahone. Backing her way in. Trying to find some help. Evans trying to give it to her. Nice back cut by her. Nice jab step to the inside. Wow. What a move by Evans and a finish.
Little Euro step around the charge and got it to go.
And that was amazing by Alara Evans that time. And she now has 21 points here in this contest. Put Chapmanville back up by 18, so she's got half of Chapmanville's total so far tonight. As Ryan goes for three, this one rolls off, no good. Christian fighting for the rebound, able to get it away from Eastman. Fleming will bring it up the floor. Fleming into the middle, gives it back to Christian, drives in, but she'll be called for a travel as she just couldn't get the ball on the floor that time, getting to the rim.
She caught it and took 2 steps as she caught it and then took the other step, and that's where the walk was called.
Now 5:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ryan gets it over for Nichols. Back up top for Eastman as they swing it over left side. Again, Chapmanville making it difficult to find some openings. Nichols, though, finally gets one to fall from three-point land. She's had some unlucky bounces tonight, but finally gets that one.
Yeah, it might be too little too late right now with 5 minutes to go, and Chapmanville doing a good job here being patient with this offensive possession.
Now underneath, Mahone gets free but misses at the rim. And then a travel on the back end of that. But yeah, we've had a couple of missed easy bunnies at the rim this quarter for Chapmanville.
I tell you what, it was almost as if the Ripley player thought it was going to be a putback attempt. She kind of forgot where she was on the floor. She jumped and got on her tippy toes, and it was an easy walk call.
That'll be Christian. Gets it in for Mahone, and a foul be called on Nichols as she reached in. And that's going to be her 4th foul now. That'll be the 2nd team foul against Ripley here. Chapmanville will inbound underneath the basket as Fleming was going to do it, but now they want Evans instead. She'll get it into the corner for Mahone. Trying to find some help as that one batted out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Fleming off her knee.
Yeah, right now, Chapmanville has struggled to get in these offensive sets, but they don't really have to get into a set. They could, if Fleming wants to pull it back out, run some clock, and then run a set, they're perfectly fine with a 15-point lead. They've played too close on the sideline right now as Ripley continues to attack.
Now taken away by Mahone. As she brings it up the floor, a lot of contact at midcourt. Nothing called. It's taken away by Eastman. She'll give it back over to Shanklin. Drives in and rejected violently by Fleming, but she also got a good piece of the body on the way up too. Again, Fleming went for the highlight reel block that time. But instead, that'll end up putting Shanklin at the free throw line. She's yet to score tonight. Again, Ripley needs all of these they can get here at the moment, and first one rattles out, no good. So they've gone now 2 of 5 from the line here in the second half. And the second one does fall, so that does break the string of 3 straight misses for the Lady Vikings. Closes the lead back down to 14. Fleming gives it over to Christian, now to Farley. She finally gets a look from the outside. That one online, but a little strong, taken away by Ripley.
Let's see if Chapmanville can finally get a defensive stop here. They've kind of struggled here defensively since Ripley has pushed the pace a little bit, and you're going to get a foul.
Let's see if this is Mahone or not. If so, that'll be her 4th. And now they're going to Farley instead. It'll be 3 on her now, so her and Mahone each with 3.
But, you know, you're at the 4-minute mark. You had a big lead. It's kind of got trimmed back to 14. And 14's a big lead here with 4 minutes to go. But you can tell by the way the game has gone on. Chapmanville has turned the ball over a little bit in their last few possessions. This game not out of reach for Ripley just yet.
Nichols hits the first. She's got 11 points. And they get 12, and I'm like you, it went from 18 to 12, so they shaved a third off of it here in the last minute or so. And now Chapmanville back into a game here as Evans steps through, gets it back out for Fleming. Fleming had it knocked away by Ryan, gets it back. Now an opportunity for Chapmanville. Fleming will draw the foul, and that'll send her to the line.
Another almost turnover for the Lady Tigers, and Chris, if they would have turned it over there and Ripley goes down and cuts it to 10, Chapmanville's in a little bit of trouble. If Fleming can knock down at least one of these, you kind of feel like they can get back and settle into this.
Now Fleming, 2 points here tonight. Able to get that layup after she was briefly injured in the third quarter, and she hits on the first free throw. And now we're going to get a full timeout here with 3:46 to play. We'll be back after this as you're watching girls high school basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Call 304-752-3474 and see Missy Birchfield at your good friends at State Farm in Logan, West Virginia. She gives out free insurance quotes, so make sure you see her at State Farm.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Fleming able to knock down the first free throw before the timeout. Chapmanville enjoying a 13-point lead. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. As Chapmanville drops everybody off the free throw line here as they're just trying to get back in their defensive set. As Fleming, second free throw rattles out, no good. Ripley, they've got to go in a hurry here. Again, they've trailed by as much as 18 here in the fourth quarter, able to get it down to now 13, but they need positive trips nearly every time down. As Ryan over for Nichols, able to find the center, tried a tough pass inside, knocked away. We're going to get a tie up here, and the possession error will stay with Ripley. And again, Nichols might have been better off just taking that herself. That was just a tough angle on that pass.
Yeah, she had a lane to kind of shoot that floater there at about 5 feet, Chris. I agree with you, and that was a really tough angle to get in there, but we'll see if they can find a way to get some points on the board here in this possession.
Looking for Ryan, able to shovel it over to her. Now back to Nichols. Again, Chapmanville really extending the defense, but Nichols gets free again, and she knocks down another three.
Big shot. Took about 45 seconds for that to happen. Yeah, there's a whistle on the floor. Yeah, I think you had an inadvertent.
Yeah, I think maybe one of them thought they heard a timeout perhaps from Ripley that time. And, yeah, they're going to grant it to Ripley, so full timeout for Ripley with 3:05 to play. We'll be back after this as you're watching girls high school basketball action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food, and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
O'Brien, Thompson.
Again, this game has gotten a lot more interesting here in the last couple of minutes. Chris Kidd with you, with James Barker alongside me, as Chapmanville had an 18-point lead. Ripley has now cut it to 10. Sophia Nichols has gotten hot here in the fourth quarter. She's knocked down a couple of threes. She's got 10 points total in this period and 15 for the game now. So Chapmanville has been held to just 3 points so far here in the final period. So up top, Evans with it. Gets it back over for Mahone. Mahone now to Farley as Chapmanville going to a little bit of a weave here. And trying to deny the ball to Farley. Pass knocked away from Christian and able to come up with it to the Lady Vikings. So another chance here, chance to get this below down to single digits, but Ryan missing on the jumper, knocked out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Farley.
You know, Chapmanville was able to take about 30 seconds off the clock, Chris, but that's the only positive you have for that Chapmanville offensive possession. It never got past the three-point line, never really attacked the basket. I'm okay with that, but you got to possess the basketball and take care of it.
Nichols, quick pass cross court to Ryan, dribbles to the free throw line. They get it back to Nichols. Again, had the hot hand this quarter, lost it into the corner. They dump it back down to her. Cuts inside, pass over to Eastman inside, and the lead now down to 8.
Good ball movement again for the Lady Vikings. Just maybe a little too late. Fleming almost lost it there.
And under 2 minutes to go now. Mahone dribbles inside, keeps going into the corner, back out to Evans. Evans finds a crease at the basket, and she'll finish. Much needed for Chapmanville.
That was a huge shot for Alara Evans. Absolutely huge.
And again, that stops this tsunami of momentum from Ripley here in the last couple of minutes. And the lead is back to 10 with 1.5 minutes to go. And now a steal taken away by Evans. Here she comes, maybe looking for the knockout punch right here. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the way to the basket. As that doesn't put Chapmanville in the penalty yet, but that's the 4th team foul on Ripley.
Evans, 2 big plays, 1 offensive, 1 defensive. And, man, Chapmanville, I got to say they're lucky to come away with a victory here tonight, Chris. They played really well for 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters of play, but Ripley has had the advantage. Great finish there from Fleming.
And that right there could be coffin nails as Haley Fleming adds the touch at the rim and the foul. And the lead back up to 12 for the Lady Tigers as Eastman is the culprit on the foul. That'll be her 3rd. And Fleming gets the friendly bounce to go. Fleming with 6 points now here in this contest. 4 coming here in the 4th quarter. So we're down to 1:17 to go. Back cut, finding Nichols. Nice move by her, and she continues to stay red hot here in the 4th. Now Mahone has a crease up ahead, drives in, thought about a pass to Farley, instead takes it herself, and she'll finish as well.
That's as easy as it gets. Those are layups you practice all day, every day. Is Mahone able to get it, and Chapmanville going to come away here with a victory tonight.
Mahone with 10 points now for the game as Ryan's 3 off the mark, taken by Fleming. Fleming navigates traffic, gets it up ahead to Christian, drives in, and blocked at the rim. Good job recovering there by Shanklin. 42.7 seconds to go. Chapmanville get back to action after the week off with a nice home win here against number 8 Ripley. And they'll continue their hot little streak here as of late. As roll to the rim, Nichols is able to deflect it away. Gets it back to Farley, now back to Mahone, and she'll hold, just working more clock here. As Ripley doesn't appear as if they want to foul. They're still trying to find some steals and turnovers. Fleming able to get it back, and then Nichols ran into Fleming, and she takes another hard fall here. And that'll send her to the free throw line with 18.3 seconds to go. And Fleming's taking a beating here tonight. Took a shot to the face, now takes a hard fall after that foul, and that'll actually foul Nichols out of this contest. Fleming now trying to still get her bearings about her here as she goes to the free throw line. It's first one off the mark for her. She's now 2 of 4 from the line here tonight. And Nichols fouling out for Ripley with 17 points total on the night. Is Fleming able to get the second one to go? It's now final 18 seconds here of the contest, 51-37, Chapmanville. They get it down for Ryan, back out. Again, Ripley looking for one last score here in the final 5 seconds. Still looking underneath, able to get it off to Eastman. She'll drive in, layup won't go, and that'll do it here tonight from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as the Lady Tigers defeat the Ripley Lady Vikings 51-37, and they continue their winning streak here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium here tonight. And again, hopefully everyone gets home safely after it was nice getting back here to the gymnasium after a week off. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching girls high school basketball action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
51-37, Chapmanville knocks off Ripley here tonight as the Tigers with a big win over number 8 Ripley in AAA. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you. Now being joined by our Tug Valley Wellness Center player of the game, Alara Evans. Again, finishing with 23 points here tonight, 5 of 5 from the line. Alara, a pair of threes. Again, you knocked down that first 3 of the game to get you going, and it just seemed like you were in a good flow all night.
Yeah, definitely. We knew what we were coming into, playing Ripley, very well coached team. We had some time to prepare, but with all the snow days, we didn't get to practice. But I'm definitely proud of our team and how we played and how we adjusted throughout the game.
And how tough was this past week on you guys? Because you were on a nice little winning streak. You played well in a few games in a row, and then all of a sudden it kind of grinds to a halt. Was it tough kind of getting back into that flow, playing the game? Because we did see both teams come out a little sloppy at the beginning.
Yeah, most definitely, because we haven't had our full team at practice all this week. Like we've had 8 and 9. It was definitely good that we came together. It took us a little bit, but we ended up coming together for the win.
Yeah, and tonight in this game, I thought you did a great job adjusting to getting down low on the low block. I think you noticed you had a size advantage down there on several occasions, and you were just really punishing them there on the low block with some of your post moves. Talk about how you've worked on a lot of those post moves over the years, because I think you do that as good, if not better, than any female or male in high school basketball in the area.
Yeah, I've actually been a post player all my life throughout middle school. I actually didn't start transitioning into a guard until I got to high school, because I realized in college, like, I'm not going to be bigger than everybody else. But in high school, I definitely take advantage when I do have that size advantage.
And I think that's a smart move, again, because you see a lot of players get used to what they're doing well in high school. They just kind of ride that on their way out, and then they get to college and they notice that it's a much different game once they get there. So that's a very smart idea by you, and I'm glad you took the wherewithal to notice that. And something else, you got your 1,000th point just about 2 weeks ago for high school. And you got a nice little celebration out of that whenever you guys did that. What did that mean to you to get your 1,000th point for your career in high school?
It definitely meant a lot, being in front of my home crowd and just everything. I didn't even know I was that close. They completely surprised me, but it definitely meant a lot.
Well, you came into this season with a little bit of an injury that was hampering you, and it seems like it's gotten a lot better now. I know you were just dying to get more minutes, dying to get back out here full time. How's that been doing as the season's gone on?
It's definitely came a long way from my first game back when we played Logan to now. I feel like I'm pretty much back at 100%.
And last question, I'll let you go down and celebrate after this. Again, you guys have now started to get on a little bit of a streak here. Got a nice win against the top 10 team here tonight. Again, the goal is obviously getting to Charleston. Again, came so close last year. How are you guys feeling like you're coming together now as we're heading into that second half of the season?
We're feeling good. Like, we've definitely came together. We've fixed some things that needed fixed, and we're really starting to progress in the ways that we should.
And again, thank you, Alara Evans. Great person, great player. Again, appreciate you, honey. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Again, she picked me for Teacher Appreciation Day. I really think she just really just felt sympathetic towards me again. Again, thank you, honey. You guys enjoy your night. Again, that's Alara Evans joining us here this evening. 23 points here for the senior on Teacher Appreciation Night from Chapmanville, West Virginia. As you roll through the final scoring all the way around, again, Sophia Nichols led the way with 17 points for Ripley. Abby Eastman with 12 points. Aaron Ryan with 7 points. Morgan Shanklin with 1 point on the other end for Chapmanville. Evans leading the way with 23 points. Jaden Mahone 10 points. Haley Fleming with 7 points. Brooke Christian with 6. J.C. Blair with 5 points to round out the scoring. And it's like I said, though, James, had her in class, so have you. I mean, she's a great young lady, great person all around, very thoughtful person. So she's one of those people that it's very easy to root for and very easy to get along with, and you love seeing her have that success, and you're really hoping for the best for her at the next level wherever she chooses.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think she mentioned on last Thursday, she's got a decision coming soon. She kind of knows where her heart's at, but I think whoever gets Alara Evans at the next level, like you mentioned, they're going to get a really good basketball player, but they're getting an even better person.
And that's really the most important thing right there at the end of the day. Sports fades, but who you are is what makes a lasting image and impression on people, and she'll definitely do that wherever she goes in life. But, big win here tonight. James, final thoughts for the Lady Tigers. Again, top 10 win, heading towards this second half of the season on a good note right now. Feels like Chris Gore's got this team straightened out on where their focus is and where they want to get to.
Yeah, I think that they've started to try to get those pieces back together. It's taken a little bit longer than I think Coach Gore thought it was going to at the beginning of this year. She had everybody back, but this was a good win and a step in the right direction. You saw them take care of the basketball there in the third quarter, find the open shot, and knock them down. And it was Alara Evans that led the way, but Haley Fleming played really well in the second half as that point guard position. And then Daisy Farley as well, Chris. She kind of does it all too. Her shots wasn't going down tonight, but she handled the basketball well. She was big on the defensive and offensive glass as well, creating second opportunities for Chapmanville. And then Jaden Mahone, when she has a matchup problem on the inside, or she has a matchup that she can take advantage of on the inside, she does a really good job of doing that, and she took advantage of that a few times here tonight.
Again, a big 51-37 win for the Chapmanville Lady Tigers over the Ripley Lady Vikings here tonight. So again, we want to thank all of you out there, all of our sponsors as well here on the D&D Sports Network for being with us here this evening. For James Barker, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight from Danny Gobby Gymnasium in Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you've been watching girls high school basketball